Hi folks, John here. This is the Nomaphila corymbosa or green temple. It is a really good beginner plant. An interesting thing about this plant is that it'll give you a very lush green aquarium. It is an awesome background plant, so if you've got a nice array of plants in the foreground and the midground and you want something green and lush to give you a nice backdrop, well, this is the plant to have. It'll create a nice green underwater jungle-like feel, so it will give you the illusion that your fish are swimming through a jungle, a bit like what you find if you watch a David Attenborough series on freshwater ecosystems. It looks quite amazing once the plant is established. The plant also has lanceolate leaves, okay, and what you'll find is that with this plant, if you've got a good water flow going through, it will start to sway and give you that a sense of peace, because it's quite mesmerizing to watch this plant move in the current in your tank. Now, another good thing about this plant is that there's no major surprises. This is what the plant will look like underwater. Maybe the leaves are going to be just a bit more slender, but generally it'll be like this. Okay, so this is a perfect beginner plant. If you've never kept plants and you want something that's kind of easy to have, something that will just feed off the nutrients from your fish waste, so that's your fish going to the bathroom, doing a wee or a poo, this plant will sort of take that up and use that to grow nice and tall. Now, this plant does grow as it could be as much as 50 centimeters, but it does calibrate itself. So if you've got a small tank, it won't grow above the waterline, or it tends, I should say, maybe it tends not to grow above the waterline, because it prefers to be submerged, and the plant needs to expend a lot of energy moving from the immersed state, which is this state here, to the submerged state. Look, it is a root feeder, so just make sure that you've got good nutrients in your tank. What I mean by that, you've got to make sure there's phosphorus, iron, nitrogen, but a lot of that stuff already comes, if you've got a good bioload. So if you've got 10-20 guppies in a small tank, the poop that falls to the bottom, well, this plant will lap that up, okay, and then that'll facilitate a fair bit of growth. It does fight very hard with algae, so if you've got an algae issue or algae issue, the plant is awesome at fighting, at chewing up the nutrients that are in the water column, and that the fact that it actually is a foliar feeder, it'll eat up all the nutrients that are in the water column, and that limits the food that's available for the algae. So over time, what you'll find is if you've got say a brown or green tank, this plant will clean that right up. Okay, so this is the corymbosa, awesome beginner plant. Thanks.